Commissioner Douple, the announcement just came out that the league has made some changes to the 2021 Summit League basketball tournament. Obviously, there's a venue change involved. It's going to be a fanless environment. Talk about the decision to make those two big moves for this upcoming Summit League championship.
Yeah, it's probably the toughest decision, that we've ever had to make. I spent the last 12 years doing nothing but promoting the tournament and trying to get fans involved and sponsors and, creating a great environment for our student athletes. This one was really difficult because, you're dealing with the health, safety, and welfare of the student athletes. That is foremost our highest priority. It's been difficult. Obviously, everyone understands, we've got games canceled this weekend. We have 4 men's games that have been canceled. It's an unusual time, but we consulted with our president's council and received input from our medical consultants, and at the end of the day, we wanted to err on the caution side. What we felt was, let's put our student athletes first, and our coaches and our administrators, and the concern about the fans indoors. This is completely different than one team and getting local fans to attend that one team. We're bringing in 16 teams from outside the area, and that really changes the dynamics. And the other thing that changes is our testing protocols. In basketball, more so than an outdoor sport, you have one positive test, and through contact tracing, that could not only knock out that team, but possibly 2 teams during the tournament. And that was a high concern. We're never going to control, our environment and the virus, but what we can do is help to mitigate everything around it. And then we decided to move to a smaller venue. The Pentagon has done an outstanding job of hosting basketball games this fall under very safe conditions, with limited and no fans. But once we made the decision to go with no fans, the Pentagon gave us the ability to also do our shoot-arounds and practices all in one site, almost creating a bubble type of atmosphere. Again, we're disappointed, extremely disappointed. The financial impact to our league is tremendous, and to our members. The Premier Center is disappointed. Our fans are disappointed. Our student athletes who play in front of fans and the excitement of that environment obviously are disappointed. But our main goal is we get the games in. That is the highest priority, and that's how we came about.
This is obviously a conversation I'm sure that's been going on for a while now. Have some of the recent cancellations, once Summer League play has begun, did those talks accelerate when you did start to see some games have to be moved or called off entirely because of the virus?
Well, we knew we were going to be faced with either limited fans or no fans going into the season. So we were monitoring that. I mean, we still have some of our members that aren't allowing any fans in their building, and some only a maximum of 25% or maybe now 50%. But we knew it was going to be tough after the holidays. And we had to make a decision now, 7 or so weeks out before the tournament, for any fans that are, traveling or making hotel arrangements, and also our logistics on operating our tournament, bringing in the 16 teams. So, we're going to continue to monitor, the environment and see what happens.
You mentioned the word bubble as you were talking about the safety of the players. Will this be a true bubble environment? And will you have teams and staff come in quarantine for a period before coming? Or are those some details that are still yet to be determined?
Yeah, we're going to try to create as much a bubble atmosphere, but this won't be a true bubble. Obviously, the exposure, for shoot around at different places, we can control that now at the Pentagon. We have everyone at the same hotel. So most of our team, well, all of our teams and our coaches are going to be what we call tier 1 testing protocols. And so we're going to perform obviously testing during the tournament as well. So we're going to try to control as much as we can to safely get the tournament in.
Have you decided on families? Will at least families be able to attend, or do they kind of fall into that category of trying to limit the exposure to these student athletes to allow this tournament to go off?
That's the most difficult one that we're dealing with. We're going to try to monitor that. Maybe in 7 weeks we could let immediate family in. We're not sure. No decisions have been made. And so, as we sit right now, it's going to be no fans, which unfortunately right now includes no family members.
On the plus side, though, obviously it's not the environment you want. It's not ideal, of course, but these are unique times and you got to find a way to get a competition. And at the end of the day, it sounds like these moves that you've made now in advance are going to at least allow this competition to take place. And that's, at the end of the day, the point of why we're doing this, right, Tom?
Well, that's exactly right. I can assure one thing. We're going to have some exciting basketball games. That is guaranteed. We've had some spits and starts, after the holidays as our season progresses. We hope it's going to get better, but, we're prepared for that, for missed games. But if we can get all 16 teams healthy and in the tournament, there's going to be some great Division I basketball being played.